Hello, I'm Andrew Crockett, CPA running for Santa Clara County Assessor for the June 7th, 2022 election, and this is...
I'm Andrae Wara-Macapinlac, Vice President of Political Affairs with the Silicon Valley Asian Pacific American Democratic Club,
which is a club that has endorsed my candidacy for Santa Clara County Assessor. So we're going to talk about that, as well as observe Asian Pacific American History Month, as that is what May is here in the United States. So we'll talk about that while we take a walk through San Jose's historic Japantown.
Assessor. Well, you know, Andrew, one thing our club really values are members of the community that continuously show up, whether it be for our community or for important issues like housing, things happening with the pandemic. When we see that there are community members that step up and want to lead and are always there whenever there's a calling, there's a call. We definitely support folks like that, especially when they run for office. And so Andrew was kind of a breath of fresh air, seeing somebody who wants to step up and make the assessor's office more into the 21st century. We want an assessor that goes to the community, that talks to the community, that engages with the community. And so that's what we want, and that's why we supported Andrew.
What Andrae said, listening, it's one of the things that I've put a lifetime of effort into, because so frequently people sit down with preconceptions that interfere with their ability to listen to the needs and desires of folks that might not share the same background as themselves. And I look forward to being responsive to the needs of everyone in this valley and making sure that not only I can hear them, but the services the assessor's office has are available in the diverse language communities throughout Santa Clara County.
Right, you make a really good point, Andrew. Most people in this county probably don't know what the assessor's office actually does. And, with a lot of monolingual communities, it's even more difficult. And so I think, we definitely would like to see an assessor's office who's more proactive in reaching out to neighborhood associations in monolingual communities and let them know what kind of services are available to them.
What you highlight there is one of the big opportunities I look to go after as assessor in the first year in office. Is I've been putting out these public service announcements on my YouTube page as a candidate, which just go over some of the basic things the assessor's office does in terms of assessing properties. That data then is sent over to the tax collector's office to pay for your schools, your roads, all of your infrastructure. So it has this financial back-end role that tends to be not out front. And I look at these PSAs, and there are so many folks at the assessor's office who have multilingual knowledge. And I look forward to working with them to create multiple different language versions of these public service announcements so that anybody who has an internet connection in Silicon Valley, which is pretty uniform here, they can reach out in their language of choice and get all of the knowledge they need to help navigate the challenges of becoming not only a homeowner, but also a business owner, actually owning the land under the business that services the community.
And who can argue with that? You what you're saying is total common sense. It's amazing that, there seems to be this perception that the assessor's office is still stuck in its old ways, especially in this land of advanced technology. It's almost like it's in the Stone Age, literally, or
Ba-ding.
Bing. But I think what you're presenting is really something that really should be obvious.
Yes, that was one of the challenges when I worked at the assessor's office a decade ago, and it's only gotten worse from what I've heard from the people who are still working there. It was all about how do we hide the services we provide so that we're not burdened with more people asking for them. And I just went, no, this is not the way a government agency ought to function. And after I left that and became a CPA, I learned more skills that I could bring back to this office so that it could be a sterling representation of what Silicon Valley values and Silicon Valley technology can bring to governance.
And that's one thing, why our club and me, myself personally, we're not opposed to any particular person, but we do see the potential and as well as the optimism that you bring to this office. But most importantly, you are well qualified for it. As a CPA, as somebody who's actually worked in the county, you understand the ins and outs, but you also understand what needs to be improved upon. So that's one of the many reasons why that we're supporting you for county assessor.
Accountant well qualified, as the song puts it.
Yeah, like I said, the status quo may be working for people, but for most people, it's not. And so, we definitely want a county assessor that'll stand up to those people, that stand up for the people who aren't well-to-do, who aren't well-connected. We want somebody who will look out for those folks. Many of them are people of color. Many of them don't have access to even basic internet and the information that a lot of us who are privileged to have can receive. So we definitely look forward to continuously engaging with you and working with you if you're elected.
Yes. I will win, and I will serve all of us, with no exceptions, because that's what civic responsibility looks like, is leaving no one out. And I'm very, very proud to be endorsed by the Silicon Valley Asian Pacific American Democratic Club, who holds that value true to their heart as well.
We're proud to endorse you.
Thank you.